Dobar dan I dobrodošli. Sit down and relax as we are about to read some webtoons and manga. I recommend purchasing the official scans or translations and reading along with those open as well, for a better reading experience and to support the creators behind the works that I react to in my streams. Links are in the description. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, and Patreon, so subscribe to or follow SomeEuropeanChick if you want to read along and suggest what to read next. Now without further ado, let's read. Jujutsu Kaisen. I know I'm a little late, but it's better than yesterday. To be quite honest, I do not remember what the fuck happened the last time we read it. It's been a long time, and I forgot to review what happened, but I'm guessing not much. I remember the glasses guy is now training Yuji, and that is it. Hold on, let me see if the mic is okay, the mic is working. Everything else seems to be working. I hope everything goes well. Hi, Epi. Good. What was... I'm just... Experiencing those little losses is what helps people grow into... he had some bullshit ideology or whatever. Like all the characters here. Let me just... what? Oh yeah, right, in the cinema, the massacre, and now they're investigating. Yes, okay, I remember now. Okay, chapter 20. My technique forcibly creates a weak point in my opponent. Okay, 7 to 3. Wait, what? 7 to 3? 7 to 3 weak points. What? I have no idea what he means here. When dividing the subject into tenths, oh, if I'm able to strike that point, it's a critical hit. No, I have no idea what the fuck he means. Can you pose for the thumbnails, please? I'm making from the phone. Okay, I will do that. Hold on. Let me look excited for Jujutsu Kaisen. There we go. I'm very good at striking poses. I'm a natural model. It's what I do best. I've been told I'm very photogenic. I always come out fine in photos. Thank God videos exist, right? You know, I've been told multiple times that when I move, I look more normal than when I'm just, you know, a still image. So it's, on one hand, it's kind of frustrating that I look shit in pictures unless I have full control. Like 10 minutes for one selfie where I make it work somehow. But on the other hand, when people see my dumbass pictures and then meet me in real life, they're like, oh, you look prettier than in your pictures. So that's, I guess, a good point when you're not that photogenic. But okay, let me... My mom's here. Hello? Da, streamam. Sad zna da ćete doći. Evo, hvala. Yeah, nothing can ever go smoothly in my streams. Okay, let's go back to you should look excited for Oshinoko. Also, hi, hello. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Just a little less than Gojo's eyes. Okay, let's go to the comic. I'm able to inflict significant damage. Good morning, Queen of Tank Tops. Oh, yes, good morning to you too. I put Akira's, hold on. I put a panel from Akira's manga on it, but through washing, it became really shitty looking. But at least it was just a hand-me-down. Everything I'm wearing is actually hand-me-downs. Like, for real. I think 90% of my wardrobe is just what I got from my cousins, younger and older, mother, aunt, and that is it. Like several aunts, but especially one aunt. These pants are from the same cousin that I got this shirt from. She's younger. I tried upcycling it. Didn't work. Didn't work that well, but I still like it. Looks kind of nice. Anyway, I'm able to inflict significant damage on stronger adversaries. Young fish and reverse punishment. What does that mean? Against an opponent with... Come closer. Against an opponent with weak cursed energy, I can cleave them even with this dull blade. Are you listening? I'm not. Itadori? Huh? You were talking to me? Yeah, I'm Yuji. Is it okay to reveal all that? I want to focus on the curse, but I need to listen to him. That's me. I can't multitask. I can't listen to someone while I'm doing something else. No. There are techniques that aren't affected if revealed to certain enemies. Also, there's also the strategy of misleading by revealing. There is merit to revealing one's hand and the rules it initiates. You can make your technique even more effective, like so. It's still a hand-me-down if you got I5 from someone younger, or does it become a hand-me-up? It was used, so it's a hand-me-down, right? Maybe? That's how I was thinking. I have no idea what an i5 is. Maybe an iPhone 5? I have no idea. Schwack, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no idea what these measurements here are. I still have no idea what the fuck he was talking about, but okay, let's just let him talk. Ga. One thing I'm gonna give to Gege, his curse designs look fantastic. I like these monsters. They're good. I like those. Ga, that's it from me. Whoa, even though the blade is wrapped up, you still slice through it with the back of the blade. Okay. Ew. It's disgusting. What the fuck is that hole for? Why is there a hole? Why is there a hole? Can curse as fuck. Detergent. Not paying attention, huh? 'Cause you're talking to me. Oh. Boom. Okay. Yuji, your cursed energy has a lag. Can curse as fuck. Okay, never mind, she didn't. Yuji, your cursed energy has a lag. Lag? Oh! I like how he looks here. When he doesn't style his hair up, and when he doesn't wear... Yeah, he's still wearing black, but... not whatever he was. Yeah, he had a collar, right? Doesn't he usually wear something with the collar standing up? Looks better here when you can see his collarbone a little bit. I want to know the answer to that question if curses can fuck. Okay. Your cursed energy can't keep up with your speed. Yeah, I like how he had to put Gojo and an arrow pointing to him there. Because, yeah, he's not easily recognizable. I come to these streams for philosophical questions like, can curses fuck? Well, why thank you. And also thanks for the first chat message. And Twitch, welcome, hi. Gojo, and since you can't control... Because, honestly, look, it has a hole here. So you'd think, okay, it's either... Or it's a belly button. Like... A belly button is, you know, mammals have it because... What was it called again? The cord is there. But these bitches are not born out of wombs. They're not mammals. So what the hell is this hole? I'm just confused. Why put it there? Um, and since you can't control it well, the trajectory is linear. I have no idea what they're talking about. Instead, it causes a unique flow of cursed energy. The energy comes charging in right after you make contact. After he makes contact instead of at the same time or before that, okay. In other words, a one strike can equal 2 blows. Well, that's good. I mean, we should be glad that Yuji by himself is already strong and athletic. Good. If he was as weak as me, that would not equal 2 blows. That would just equal broken bones and then 1 blow. Whap. Divergent Fist. Give it that name. That's so cool. But it's a lot easier said than done for anyone else. This will be a huge weapon for you. Why does he style his hair up? And also how? Like, we saw him in one chapter, he had his hair down, and then he just went like this, and his hair was standing up. How did he grease his hands up? Is that his cursed energy holding the hair up? That's a unique way to use cursed energy, I guess. This will be a huge weapon for you. This physical strength is his physical strength is superhuman. So yeah, we got that established. That's just his natural state of being. He's just built different. The impact of his hit doesn't have incredible strong energy, but it's still about 20% more than normal sorcerer. That means his delayed hit comes from his main source of cursed energy. It must be quite annoying for those on the receiving end, such potential. If he's able to go all out and combine his full physical strength with the cursed technique, then what? I can see why Gojo took him on. But box. Apologies, time to end this. Tick, tick. It can't be. Fuck. Is this even possible? What? Click. Fuck. Dadori. What? What now? Stop attacking. Why now? Take a look. I took a photo of my opponent. Why? What? Wait, what? Ah, so that hand belonged to this the box. Ah, tick, tick. Oh, okay. Stop attacking. Why now? Take a look. I took a photo of my opponent. What? I thought curses don't show up. Please stay calm and listen. What we were fighting? They're humans? Oh my fucking god. So I'm hoping position of that hole is, look, it's, oh god, I hate it. I want to think it's a belly button, but look at the position of the legs and where the hole is. Oh my god. So does that mean they were just slicing apart humans? How did that happen? They're humans. Actually, more like ex-humans. Ex-humans, okay. The same as the 3 in the theater. Their bodies were transmogrified using Jujutsu. If that was it, I would have noticed. The 2 we fought possessed cursed energy like a curse. We're going to have to ask the murderer about that technique. However, there's evidence the brain stems were modified. Their consciousness were also modified to create a state of confusion. It might be possible to give cursed energy to humans if you could manipulate their brains in such a way. Okay, so it's not just that you're born that way. You just need to have a sorcerer brain to be a sorcerer. It's not just genetics. It might be possible to give cursed energy to humans if you could manipulate their brains in such a way. The connection between the brain and cursed energy is shrouded in mystery after all. Hey, is it Itadori there? Yeah, I'm here. The cause of death was due to a lethal shock to the system. Which system? Because of cellular transmogrification. You didn't kill them. Don't you dare think otherwise. Ah, she's so nice. She knew he would feel guilty if it was because of him. Ah, okay. But he still looks kind of worried. Kinda. I have no idea. I can't. It's just these droplets here that are leaving his forehead, I guess. I'm thinking he's relieved, but still a little worried. Honestly, the expressions are a little stale. Maybe that's gonna change the more Gege gets into drawing facial expressions. Tap. For me, the gravity of death is the same regardless. But this isn't right. What? This kid genuinely gets upset over other people's deaths. Yeah, as he should. Do you not get upset over other people's deaths? I forgot his name, but you should. I don't know. If you're like a morally good person, you should. The residuals were a feint. They were meant to lure us out. They're skilled. This matter won't be taken care of so easily. Let's do this. Right. Let's do what? It's just saying right, but I'm... Where the fuck are they? And there are spirits known as special grade potential spirits. Oh my god. Cursed spirits are a culmination of cursed... I'm sorry, it's just that I'm reading an entire chapter of just exposition. Oh my god. Cursed spirits are a culmination of cursed energy leaked from humans. An image of fear shared by the masses, even if not... At least now we know what curses are here. Like, cursed spirits are. Finally, we know what they are. So, Dika is basically a culmination of cursed energy leaked from humans. An image of fear shared by them. No, Dika wasn't that. Dika was just Dika. I'm still confused. An image of fear shared by the masses, even if not real, can manifest as a powerful curse. Okay. Wait, that's the boy, right? The bullied boy from the cinema. He followed this woman. Man. Under a bridge. It's not very smart, but okay. An image of fear shared by the masses, like famous monsters or ghosts. Yup. Like Hanako or the nine-tailed fox. Jujutsu sorcerers brand such entities as special grade potential spirits and fear them. See, this is the first time I hear of potential spirits. As much as... we know that one. Sukuna fought against this one, right? In the juvenile detention center, whatever that was. As much as powerful unidentified curses. The fact that they categorize them as such really shows their shallowness. But what people fear the most are in those fairy tales, right? Natural disasters. Oh, talking with you is so easy. Huh? Really? Oh my god, he's blushing. Because finally someone likes talking to him. Even though it's a murder. Oh, okay. The earth... Okay, sorry, I just had to check if OBS was working properly. The earth, the forest, the sea, people have always feared them. The cursed energy directed at them was so massive that before they could take form, they gained consciousness and remained in hiding. I'm proud to call them my friends. Mahito, What are you born from? People. What are you born from? Okay, so he's a curse. Thanks to the hatred spewed between people, I was born. So he's a manifestation of hatred between people. The manifestation of racism, okay. Kento Nanami. His maternal grandfather is Danish. Did I fucking ask? But okay. There aren't any other sources in Nanami's family. Sources wear sunglasses to stealthily observe curses. Curses can be aggressive when they know they're being watched. Gojo has a separate reason. Okay. He loves... So we see two characters with sunglasses. One does use it for a stealthy observation and the other doesn't. Why make it... Sources wear glasses to stealthily observe curses? Why make that a rule? One person is a rule, one person is an exception. That doesn't make any sense. But okay. He loves bread and is a foodie. He's 184 centimeters tall. Okay. Chapter 21, Young Fish and Reverse Punishment, Part 3. Don't you think that whoever first said the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference, must be rotting in hell? Okay. There's no way hating people is better than feeling indifferent towards them. The opposite of like is hate. Complicating simple answers for the sake of meaning is such a Japanese thing to do. I don't think Japanese people came up with that, but okay. Yeah, but he's probably right about that. Complicating simple answers for the sake of meaning. It's not a uniquely Japanese thing either, but okay. People like wordplay. After all, people can't live without making excuses. The fuck is that huge-ass turd? What the fuck is that? That's a tumor with eyes. Oh my god. What is this? An experiment to see how big a human can get. That's a human. Oh my god, he's experimenting on humans. I think it's fascinating that this Mahito was his name. His appearance is pretty human because he was born of hatred between humans. And he has a personality. He has a brain. He's basically an imitation of humans, but what? He hates humans too? What? And that one's the opposite, to see how small one can get. Oh my god. This thing's human, oh my god. Oh. Oh god. Ew. Junpei, aren't you bothered by corpses? I don't know. But if, say, that was my mother, I would hate you, of course. I know how evil people can be, so that's why I don't expect anything from anyone. That's why someone else's death means nothing to me, okay? Indifference, that's what humans should strive for. Strive? Where do these people get their philosophies from? What? Sounds more like revenge. Are you saying that I got it all mixed up? What the fuck are these pseudo-philosophical conversations? Junpei, do you think people have heart? Huh? Don't they? No, they have souls. What's the difference? But that's different from heart. Elaborate, please. So you mean in this world, only I understand the soul's composition. Ah, only you. Oh, okay. I can even transmogrify living beings. Can we go back to what the difference between heart and soul is? What the fuck does that mean? Aren't you just doing that typical Japanese thing where you overcomplicate simple things? What the fuck do you mean, man? Use simple words. I do not understand what the fuck you're talking about. I can even transmogrify living beings. What does that have to do with you knowing the soul's composition? Emotions come from the soul. Okay, it's actually it comes from the brain, but okay. It's too simplistic to call it heart, okay? People overthink the things they can't see. He's a typical edgy teen boy. Yeah, but I think Mahito is worse. Emotions come from the soul. Okay, let's say the soul resides in the brain. Okay, would you then say animals have souls too? Emotions. What about things that do not have emotions? What about plants? Do they have soul or not? But they're living beings, so what? It's too simplistic to call it heart. Then what the fuck is heart? People overthink the things they can't see. I can see the soul, so for me, it's nothing special. It's practically the same as the human body. It just exists. Okay. Do you understand? No. What's the difference between heart and soul? What is it? What do you mean? Elaborate, please. It just exists. Yeah, okay, good. And then? And what now? Now you said that, and what do I do with that information? Do you understand? Life has no weight or particular value. Where do you extrapolate that from now? Where is the connection between you talking about souls, you being able to see souls, being able to transmogrify bodies, and then life no weight or particular value? Like, where's the connection between all of these points that you're throwing at us? I have no idea where the logical connection is. What is going on? Hi, Kasapyang. Just like how water flows through the earth, life simply flows. Yeah? So is water not valuable just because it flows? Are things not valuable just because they exist? What the fuck does that even mean? Just because they are, they have no value? I think because they are, they do have value, right? For you, me, and everyone else, it's the same, without meaning, without value. So there is no meaning and value in your existence, then fucking kill yourself. That's why you can do whatever you want. So there is a value in existence because you can do whatever you want. Why are you... Live the way you want. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's the meaning of life. To live it the way you want. And the value is that you can do whatever you want because you're alive, right? So I don't understand. Can we go back to heart and souls? What do you mean? How can you see the souls? What shape do they have? Like, what is... Okay. Don't limit yourself to just being indifferent. There's no reason to live by such a restricting philosophy. Your philosophy is fucking restricting. If you're hungry, eat. If you hate, kill. I support everything you represent, Junpei. What does he represent? He represents a human. He's just like... So you support it. He's just a normal-ass human. A form of being, of existence that just flows like water, so you support it. When you're saying it... Look. You're saying life has no weight or particular value, meaning you're indifferent to existing or not existing. And then you say, don't limit yourself to just being indifferent. You're contradicting yourself. He's contradicting himself the entire fucking time. I support everything you represent, Junpei, so you support it. You're not indifferent, you support it, but that means it does have value. Life has value to you. If you don't support it, then it doesn't have value, right? If it has value, you support it. Short answer is, Jujutsu Kaisen tries to be deep, but has literally none of the depth, I guess, is what you meant. Yeah, I'm just confused. Every time one of these motherfuckers opens their mouth to say something wise or deep or complex, to me it's just bullshit. It's just exposition, pseudo-philosophical bullshit, and cool monster designs, I guess. Jujutsu Kaisen's philosophy is like a single tweet summary of a self-help book by an account, which is an Elon Musk stan. I like that comparison. I think here Gege is trying to say Mahito is a nihilist, but he isn't. He supports everything that Junpei represents. If you're hungry, eat. If you hate, kill. Don't limit yourself to just being indifferent. Does it mean don't just be indifferent, but also act indifferent? Is that what he means? He just does it very clumsily. Yeah, clumsily is. So a nihilist, okay, nothing has any meaning, so I'm not doing anything, or nothing has any meaning, so I'm just gonna do everything I want. Okay, now I see it, but he's contradicting himself the entire time. Mahito is basically trying to say that life has no intrinsic meaning, so it's up to us to give it meaning. Yeah. Am I a nihilist? Because I think that as well. Like, my philosophy, if you want to call it that, is not looking for the meaning of life, but that life in itself is the meaning. Living is the meaning of life, right? It's so simple. Like, why say it in such a convoluted, heavy, and complicated way that contradicts itself? And can we go back to the heart and soul thing? What did he mean with that? Why did he mention it? What does that have to do with anything? He didn't explain himself. He just came in, said, soul, not heart. I can see soul, and then fucking left. Like a Giga Chad who... a nihilist Giga Chad. Mahito, okay. And now we're back. Okay. Recent disappearances and deaths by disfiguration, thanks to intel based on the Windows encounters with the residuals, we can locate the killer's hideout. Alright, let's do this. I think we will see some of why stuff means here later. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Not so fast. This is just an approximation. We need to gather more information. You'll be doing something else. The boy at the movie theater, Junpei Yoshino, apparently he is the victim's classmate. The only cameras were located in the theater's hallway. Based on the way he carried himself, there is no reason to believe he's a curse user. However, the connection to the victims must be investigated. Curse user, a Jujutsu sorcerer with evil intent. I am leaving things to Ijichi, so please work together to investigate Yoshino. Roger. I don't know any other assistant managers besides you. Well, I'm the only one that knows you're alive. Okay, yeah, let's go. It's not just an approximation, is it? You know the exact location. Says heart and souls are different, doesn't elaborate, leaves. Yeah, that's basically it. And what did it have to do with anything he was talking about? Like that he says hearts and souls are different and that he can see souls. How did that, like, why did he say that when he wasn't even talking about that the entire time? He was talking about the meaning of life. I have no idea why. Okay, anyway. You know the exact location, of course. If they wanted to, they would have been able to leave the crime scene without leaving residuals behind. It was an invitation to either come alone or risk bringing Itadori with me. I chose the former, nothing more. He's still a child after all. Yeah, that's true. Nanami-sensei, please be careful. I forgot to say that. Oh, he's such a good boy. Look at you! Itadori. I'm not a teacher, so please don't call me sensei. Okay, Nanamin. Oh, cute. I'm going to smack you. Hey, you're touched. Don't pretend you're not. You're not a tsundere, aren't you? Are you? There he is. I hate his hair. He should cut his hair. He's not in uniform. It seems that he hasn't been to school in a while. So what are we gonna do? We'll use these cursed spirits, flyheads. They're small-time curses that aren't even grade 4. Probably has counter on how many times he can mention soul in a conversation. When there's no one around, I'm gonna have them go after him. Guh. If he's an ordinary person who can't see curses, please rescue him. I like the drawings here. If he can't see them, but doesn't have a means of fighting back, again, please rescue him. We shall then proceed to question him. 3. If he fights back with Jujutsu, arrest him immediately. By force? Yeah, no. You're gonna ask him politely to be arrested. Yes, by force. It's fine. If it's a misunderstanding, we can apologize later. However, 4. If Junpei Yoshino seems to be at a grade 2 sorcerer skill level or higher, retreat and meet up with Nanami. If he's grade 2, I think I'd be able to manage, actually. If he were a curse, perhaps. Do you remember that what Fushiguro said? Sorcerers are typically assigned to missions involving curses of the same level. Okay. A grade 2 sorcerer is supposed to win against a grade 2 spirit. A grade 2 sorcerer is close to the skill level of a grade 1 curse. What? Okay. Why haven't I been filled in about important details like that? Why have a system where it's slightly shifted? Because you're categorizing them, right? At one point you say, now you're grade 1. Now you're grade 2. So why not shift the goalposts so it meets, like, the requirements on both sides, that they're equal? Why do it like that? Like, this entire grading system here is a social construct. You can construct it in a logical way. Like, you can have meters, centimeters, or you can have feet and inches. Like, I think centimeters and meters make more sense because it's all logical. It's all the same fucking steps. But, okay, if you want to make it complicated for yourselves, be my guest. It's just unnecessary, in my opinion. Why haven't I been filled in about important details like that? Because Gojo is your mentor. We're walking from here. This feels like a bad plan. Ew. Show yourself already, even if they're disfigured and lost causes. Killing humans leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Oh, good. Splish. It'd be a problem if Satoru Gojo showed up, but someone too weak wouldn't be worth experimenting on. I don't like working overtime, so let's finish this quickly. Oh. Seriously? Extras. And the opposite is Junpei. Like, wait, what? Okay. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. It's a phrase uttered by the super moody Junpei that's had me stressed for several months now. What? Some people, including my editor, claim it wasn't someone Japanese who said that. Yeah, that's what I said. Why don't you listen to your editors? Somebody who wasn't Japanese stated that there are multiple definitions of love, so indifference is most likely the right word. I feel like love is a word Japanese people don't use all the time, so perhaps that's why the phrase became widespread with the casual usage of like, and maybe that's why Junpei used it, right? What's with these... What? What Junpei says perhaps comes from his this misunderstanding. Why are you explaining his thought process to us? As if it... And the thing that I was the most sad, like, his thoughts on Junpei's thought process and explaining it to us, it doesn't matter. Just explain the things that are necessary within the story. The thing that I was the most sad about wasn't my inability to convey this concept in a more understandable way. Rather, several friends and family now think I'm the type of person who can't even do basic Google research to get the facts straight. So I'm not the only one who thinks he's just talking out of his ass. Oh, Gege. Gege, why? This is so stupid. I don't want to read anymore. I hate this manga. But I'm not even, like... I said I would give it, like, 60 or 70 chapters, but... Oh... I dread Wednesdays because of this comic, yo. I don't like Jujutsu Kaisen. It wasn't someone Japanese, editor. I know my stuff, but I did my research. They're alike. Oh my god. Young Fish and Reverse Punishment Part 4. An almost textbook superficiality. Haha, I'm gonna kill ya. And beyond that, deep dark strength. The fuck? What is this? What is this? Why is Gojo here? Why is Gojo depicted here? Honestly, I'd say 40 chapters is enough to drop it, in my opinion. That's what I told my work buddy. It gets worse, a lot worse. Why do I need to put myself through this? Like, I understand that the anime has good animation, but come on. What the fuck is the content here? What is this writing? What is this dialogue? What is... I don't like what I'm reading. Ah. Deep dark strength. Also, the fights are drawn in a way that you can't really follow them. I thought I definitely I thought I defended properly. I used cursed energy. Was that some kind of cursed technique? Music and animation is the only thing carrying the series? Okay. They cut like 80% dialogue in the anime. Maybe I should have watched the anime instead of read the manga. But honestly, for them to make an anime out of Jujutsu Kaisen, the manga needs to be successful. And I'm just wondering the entire time, like, what made this successful? Like, no hate to Gege, I'm glad he's successful. But I'm just wondering what the fuck it is that made people... Same with, Rental Girlfriend. That shit obviously needs to have buyers in order to continue so far. Like, I haven't watched it or read it or whatever. I've just heard it's bad. And I've heard it for the past 5 years that it's bad. But obviously, like, it needs to have a fandom in order to continue so long. So who the fuck is saying these are good? Like, what does the fandom see in Jujutsu Kaisen or Rental Girlfriend that I don't see? Like, in the case of Rental Girlfriend, I can't talk, but in the case of Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm wondering what the fuck it is that people see in it that I just can't sniff out. You followed my advice and dropped and picked up Oshinoko. Turned out to be a great decision. Okay. Yeah, your propaganda is slowly starting to work. People like Rent a Girlfriend, ironically. Anyway, as I said, I don't see it. I don't see what made Jujutsu Kaisen successful. I don't see it. It doesn't even feel... Like, it really just feels like someone wanted to write a hit piece. Like, there's nothing personal in there. Like, there's no heart. There's no soul. Oh, they're different, sorry about that, but there's no heart in there. Like, usually when I read someone's work, I can see some heart, some soul in there. Something where I'm like, this is a part of you, author, writer, mangaka. This is a part of you. This is where you put a facet of your heart into. for me to read. I'm not getting anything from Jujutsu Kaisen. It just it could have been written by an AI. It has no heart, no soul. It's just typical formula, like what makes shonen readers want to continue reading, or what are they looking for in a shonen piece. It just feels really written for the sake of being written, but like it doesn't have any vision, doesn't have any meaning, doesn't have any, like, to the author, no vision, no meaning to the author. It doesn't have anything that the author can say, at least that's what I'm interpreting while reading it, that they can see, this means a lot to me, and I would appreciate it if readers would see this, and that it would mean a lot to them too. Like, I don't see it. Like with I'm gonna take Chainsaw Man again. There's a lot of heart in there. There is a lot of heart in there. But this is just empty. It's just a shonen action and just regurgitating what every shonen has done so far, but now using curses. And that's the only original, it's not even original, but let's say original part, and the character designs, I guess. And the monster designs, but there's nothing else to it. Like when I read Dorohedoro, okay, there's humor, that like all the characters have heart too. Like they're all, like, you love all of them, you love what is happening, and you love the designs of the entire worlds and things and the system that was created. You can see that Hayashida Q put everything from her soul, from her creative being into Dorohedoro. Like that is, like, you can immediately sniff it out as soon as you open the first few pages and read it. Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't have heart to me. Doesn't have anything, like, no specialty, no Gege, if you know what I mean. Unless bullshit explanations and expositions, that's Gege. That's just his writing style that I don't vibe with, but I'm saying I'm not feeling Gege in this. People like Rent a Girlfriend. Ironically, I didn't even read or comment one and said it anyways. I enjoyed it after 60, though I know it's no excuse. The beginning is unbearably flat. I don't get how Volume 0 got popular. Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't get it at all. The series was made entirely because of Volume 0's popularity, yes, and it seems he just threw arcs in and had no idea what to do, but it became popular, so he made more. Hey, AI at least takes inspiration from multiple media and then creates stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen has none of that. I mean, he takes inspiration from other shonen. I watched the first few episodes and I didn't like any of the characters except Gojo a little. I've heard people praise the power system, so I guess it's a gem for power scalers. I don't like the power system at all. It's not really coherent, and I don't fucking care. Like, it's not something that's really tangible in the story. Torohedoro characters have heart and soul. Yeah, and soul. Like, they're separate, different things, and they have both of them. Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea how Zero got popular, but I do enjoy the manga now, just my opinion. Yeah, but I'm just suffering here, for real. I don't see it. I don't see the thing that makes Jujutsu Kaisen special. I don't see any Gege in it. I don't see any heart and soul in it. I don't see anything that makes sense in it. I don't see what makes it so original. It's not original. It just reads like every other shonen. It's such a mediocre shonen manga. Like, there's good shonen out there. I love Hunter x Hunter. And then there's just mediocre battle shonen with supernatural abilities. This one, it's It's really nothing special. I really don't see it. I like Jujutsu Kaisen personally, but it does feel very sterile at times. I totally feel you when you say I don't feel Gege. Like with Chainsaw Man and Dorohedoro, the creators' personalities bleed through. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. The personality coming through. But I don't see it. I don't see it here. I don't see Gege. I don't see... Like, when I'm saying heart and soul, I mean, yes, Gege's heart and soul manifested through avatars on paper. I also mean that the characters have no heart and soul. Like, none of the characters draw me to them, make me like them. In Dorohedoro, I love every character. Every one of them. But here, I don't have a reason to like any of them. There's nothing that makes them lovable, these characters. Even if you don't agree with their morality or with their actions or whatever, there's nothing that makes me like them. Their philosophies are bullshit too. There's no philosophy that I get behind because it's just bullshit. It's just supposed to sound deep, but it's not. It's stupid. So there's not even a character that I can get behind because I like the way they think. Not even that. And then you have the power system, it's nothing special, and then you have the story that's also nothing special. There's I don't see it. I don't see why this is new gen masterpiece. What the fuck are you all reading to praise this? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hate on Gege, but I'm just saying this is nothing. This is giving me nothing. I don't gain anything from reading Jujutsu Kaisen, not on a spiritual level, nor on an emotional, unknown level. I gain anything. I do not connect with Gege reading Jujutsu Kaisen. I do not connect with any of the characters. I do not connect with the story. I do not connect with anything here. Jujutsu Kaisen on a technical level, it's decent, but it lacks personality. The most heart I've seen from the series is MC saying he likes Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. Yeah. Basically. Because most are seeing the anime, that's all. The specific arc you're reading is done best in anime. I'm just saying it had to be popular as a manga in order to get an anime. And I don't see it. What it is that made it so popular to get an anime in the first place. But let's continue. Let me just see how many pages I'm in. Oh, 15 more pages of this bullshit. What do you mean by some kind? I don't appreciate questions that are left open to interpretation. Oh good, seems you don't mind talking. That depends on who I'm talking to. A cursed spirit who is able to hold a conversation like this. It would be silly to not assume a connection. The two unregistered special grade curses Gojo was talking about earlier. Hey, the soul or the body, which do you think came first? God. Oh my god. Oh. You know, like the chicken or the egg, does the soul dwell in the body, or is the body built on the soul? I guess I'll humor him, the former. Wrong, the answer is the latter. The soul should always exist before the body. Okay. The shape of the body will always be dependent on the shape of the soul. The fuck does that mean? I'm not healing, instead I'm reinforcing the shape of my soul. You get it now, don't you? My curse technique can touch and reshape the soul. I like reading it week to week now, but the whole early parts are dog shit. There are some arcs I really enjoyed later on, but it's not a special series. Oh my god, that eye roll, I can tell you're done. Idle transfiguration. Ew, did that come out of his... Ah, that was part of the doll. Okay. You're not transforming the soul, you're transforming the atoms, the composition of the atoms in the body. The way that there's a small human, you just press, like that there's less space between the atoms. You just put them all, mush them all together, closer. Still not until they're all in one mass, like in one point of mass. There's still space in between the atoms. You're transfiguring the atoms. Are you saying the soul is made out of atoms too? That energy can become matter is basically what you're saying, because you were born out of negative energy between humans, and this energy became matter, which I don't know if that, like, there is in physics, that's something that's a core, what is it called? Core things that are explored, I guess. Because if you're saying energy can become matter, then are you saying souls are basically manifestations of energy, like materialized energy? If you're saying that, and you're saying energy comes first, and then comes the body, but that still doesn't make sense, that the body is taking shape around the soul. That also doesn't make sense. Because we know that biology exists. There's a genotype, there's a phenotype. Like, what type of soul do you need to have a tiny nose? Or long ass arms? Or brown hair? Doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the body mirroring? Like, why do all my uncles look the same? And why do all my uncles look like their father? Do they have the same soul? Or is it genes? Nothing makes sense. The shape of the body will always be dependent on the shape of the soul. I'm not healing, instead I'm reinforcing the shape of my soul. No, you're reshaping atoms. You're not reshaping them, you're putting them like in different positions against each other. You get it now, don't you? But if you're saying your soul is made out of atoms, oh my god. You get it now, don't you? No, I don't. My curse technique can touch and reshape the soul. If you say so. How many chapters left for Jujutsu Kaisen trial version? Bro, 50. 50 fucking chapters of this shit. 50 more. What ticks me is also the fans. Whenever I've criticized something, they say the author was sick or limited by the editor. How was he non-stop having issues? Yeah. Read it to hate it. Tap into that phrase. Okay. Idle transformation. I make humans small and store them. But you're making their bodies small. Unless you're saying, oh, no, I'm not gonna. Oh, I make humans small and store them. It's pretty hard, you know. An ordinary person eventually dies after being transfigured. But what about the Jujutsu sorcerer? It's 5:30. I started work today at 10, so I don't really get why it doesn't make sense. The concept is as simple as it seems. It's fantasy. I don't see why in this particular world there's no way there's a relationship between soul and body. Yeah, it can be, but the way he's explaining it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm sorry, but everything needs to be connected. And it's like when flat earthers say that the earth is flat. You can't just fucking say that. The entire math and physics, you need to explain everything else. You need to explain seasons. You need to explain stars, you need to explain the sun, and so on and so forth. You need to explain gravity. You can't just say the earth is flat. And, like, it needs to be consistent. The system that you make, that you invent to explain a flat earth, it needs to be consistent. And so far, whatever Mahito said, everything that came out of his mouth, it's either contradictory or it doesn't really like, it's not explained that well and doesn't make sense. Like, he just said that these ordinary person eventually dies after being transfigured, so he is working with their corpses, right? Corpses don't have soul anymore, right? Unless the soul is basically energy that he can use to make curses or... But then you have to explain, okay, is cursed energy soul? Or is soul cursed energy? Does one lead to the other, or vice versa? If a person who is a vegetable, like brain dead, and there is basically, like, the entire body is working, like all the other organs are working, but a dead brain, do they have a soul? Do they have energy? Technically, yes, there is energy in their body because they're still alive. It's just that their brains are not working. So you gotta explain it to make sense, right? What is energy? What is soul? What is heart? How do you use dead humans to reshape them? You're using their bodies to reshape them. You're not, like, how are you tapping into their soul if they're already dead, right? How are you tapping into their soul and reshaping them if they're already gone? Unless being dead doesn't mean that there's no soul anymore. But then what is a soul? You need to explain, like, it needs to make sense to me as a reader. I don't get it. You can say it's simple as much as you want, but I don't get it. Maybe I am what Junpei said, someone who just complicates things that are simple just for the sake of sounding deep or whatever. Maybe I'm that. Maybe I just don't understand because I'm too dumb. Or too complicated. Like, my brain is too complicated to get the simplicity that is Jujutsu Kaisen. It is so simple and so straightforward, but I'm just thinking, like, the turbines in my brain, they're just working too much, and that's why I don't get the straightforwardness and simplicity of Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe that's the case. I'm just saying I'm confused. I don't know if it's because of me and my woman brain being too complicated and doing whatever, just going crazy up there. Or because Gege can't fucking explain anything. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I'm just saying I'm confused. It probably sounds super defensive, I guess, but I generally don't see the issue. It's rule that will be expanded upon. Okay, man, I went in a huge line at a restaurant, placed an order, and came back, and she still has the facepalm of Mahito slander. I think Gege tying the ability to souls unnecessarily complicates things. A very Japanese thing to do, so I hear. Yeah. Is poop formed in bits or cylindrical shape? Bits wrong. Poop is manifestation of stuff we eat, and our heart determines its shape. Fuck. What Epi said sounds kind of in line with this. Like, it makes sense. Like, it sounds like Mahito said that. Like, if he met Mahito's ability is simply shape-shifting, we wouldn't have this issue, right? Yes. Simply shape-shifting. That would be simple. That would be really simple. But why talk about hearts, souls, and that just makes it complicated for no fucking reason. But he has to, because he hasn't really made clear what energy and spirits are. And how they stem from people, like how they're, or maybe he has, but I am as I said, too fucking stupid to understand. Like, I still don't see all of these facets of this Jujutsu Kaisen world, how they're all tied together, how one stems from the other, what the relationship to the other is, how it transforms to be an entire different thing. I still don't understand it. Maybe I need like a crash course in Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna find it on YouTube or Skillshare or whatever platform there is that can provide me with such information. I'll stand by the fact that ChainsawMan has a way better and unique power system. Yeah, it's not even a power system. There's no power system in ChainsawMan. There's just different types of existences and how you use them in order to live. Continue living without having another existence encroach upon your right to exist. It's like there is an entirely unknown viewpoint to be explored here. Oh, it's not. To me, it's just bullshit after bullshit. The ideas here have the potential for a lot of world building, not necessarily. They don't have any potential, in my opinion. It's just one man spouting a lot of bullshit. And I'm not talking about Mahito, I'm talking about Gege. Just spouting a lot of bullshit that is supposed to sound good or deep or mysterious or whatever, but nothing makes sense. But I love ChainsawMan's power system, so simple and effective. The series lacks good reactionary moments like Attack on Titan or Chainsaw Man, where we have a character who is thrown in a system world and author explains stuff to us through his shows. Despite having Yuji for exactly that, it's done in such a messy way. Yeah. Exactly, it's way easier to understand. The more a devil is feared, the more powerful it is. Simple and efficient. Yeah, that is it. That is all it is, if that's what you want to call a power system. Yeah. That is it. Like, Chainsaw Man, I know it's complicated for a lot of people. It is complicated when you read it. But it's also so simple. And so straightforward. It's not like Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen doesn't make any sense to me. No matter what, I'm clocking up at 6. Yoshino, where were you? You can't skip out on school like that. Ooh, I'm hungry. Sotomura sensei. Why'd you run away? Did you hear? Sayama, Nishimura, and Honda all died. You were all friends, right? Teachers not being able to tell when a student is getting bullied. Gotta love that. Huh? They always looked out for you since you don't have friends. What the fuck kind of interpretation does this teacher have? Oh no. Okay, and you weren't even at their funeral. Friends? Me? With them? Come on, I'll go with you. He's insane. Yeah, he is. Let's offer up some incense. Teachers, all of you go to graduate school and then find work at a school. You haven't experienced the real world, have you? That looks like Kinua's brother. Oh, what was his name again? Minuki, right? The fat one here, the teacher. I see potential because we're learning a new piece of information about the world and the links between the souls and the body. I'm not learning anything. Like, I wish I was learning something about the links between bodies and souls. I wish I was learning something, but I'm not learning anything. 1 hour of Elda making faces while reading Jujutsu Kaisen. Even JoJo is great. It keeps changing the power system, but it embraces it in such a heartful fashion. Jujutsu Kaisen expects you to somehow understand, and if you don't, it won't elaborate any further, leaving you more confused. JoJo power system has been changed like 15 times, but it still feels coherent. You, and that's why adults who are just big kids like you exist. Everyone else I support everything you represent, Junpei. What are you mumbling about? Spending too much time by yourself got you crazy? Just kidding, haha. What the fuck kind of joke is that? What the fuck? Stop! The fuck? 5 seconds before the mission's botched. Here we go, Itadori. Hold up, somebody's there. Huh? Oh, he can see them. Gah. Bong. What, is he a gymnast? Hey, there's something I gotta ask you. Come with me for a second. This button. Hold on, can't you see I'm talking to him right now? How rude. Sorry, but it's really important. Important? What does some kid know? Besides, what kinda Oh my god. Ugh. You little brat, stop it. Please don't. He took away his pants. He took away his pants. Nice one. What just happened? Come back. Alright, let's go. Huh? That was quick. Did you go around the block? You didn't have to do that. You could have just dragged me off, I guess. But you don't like him, right? Huh, why? It's just a hunch, am I wrong? No, you're not. Do you oh my god, how many more pages? I'm sorry. Oh, thank god. Do you want, you don't want someone you hate hanging around your house, right? This way. Yeah. Is that it? His legs are weird. That's deer legs. Grade 1 sorcerer? Sigh, how unfortunate. What? His cursed energy? I'm now working overtime. Oh my god. Oh, I hate these extra pages so much. I hate them more than Jujutsu Kaisen itself. The problem child of this book, Junpei, is at it again. Teachers have no real-life experience. Take that. Along with pulling his pants down, saying that was so irresponsible. Teachers go through a lot, with the low pay and always being pressed for time. Yeah, please look it up if you're interested in learning more. There are lots of strange people besides teachers. I don't have much confidence. I wasn't a model student either. What the fuck are these comments, dude? I hate his own comments to his own chapters. I hate it. I hate it so much. In high school, I once had some history homework over the summer, and I didn't spend a single second on it and ended up not even turning it in. Plus, I had completely forgotten that I actually had homework. I was called to the school office and the teachers asked me, "Do you know why I called you?" In response, I made a face like this. The teachers got so angry that I nearly wet myself. That was scary. Remember to do your homework, kids. I really want to drop this shit. I really want to drop it. Oh, this is so stupid. So fucking stupid. The thing about JoJo is that even though the stands are also pretty complex, yeah, Araki is much better at explaining, and his personality bleeds through his work pretty clearly, yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen's main problem is it's trying to be something it isn't, yeah. You can clearly see Gege try and make it some cool and complicated series which you need to think hard, but it just falls completely flat. Yes. I just skip the extra pages every time, yeah. I don't know, I enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen now, but only after I dropped the series and came back later. Anyway. I don't want to fast forward to this. Yeah. It reminds me of those Robert Downey Jr. memes in Twitter comments where he explains the jokes. I read until chapter 22. Should I drop this shit? Or should I torture myself further? You know what? If you're a second tier patron or member on my YouTube channel or whatever, like I'm not gonna read this shit without any compensation, okay? Let's say it like this. I'm gonna drop Jujutsu Kaisen now. I'm gonna drop it. But if you want to see me still read it, then maybe I'm gonna do that for patrons or channel members. I still have to do that stuff, right? I still haven't figured out how to make this channel membership work. Or a tier 3 sub on Twitch. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and torture myself for no fucking gain. You don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy it. Jujutsu Kaisen fans don't enjoy it. If you enjoy it, fucking pay for it, okay? I'm not gonna... Nah, really, I'm just kidding, but I really want to drop this, okay? I'm gonna drop this now because it's my precious time. I'm using my free time here, and I want to enjoy myself when I have free time. I don't want to torture myself in my free time. Like, for nothing. Oh my god. See, this is what happens when I just listen to, oh, do it for the algorithm because right now there is a hype for Jujutsu Kaisen. Do it, you're gonna gain more subscribers. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm just gonna read for my own pleasure. I'm not gonna read strategically, like, which series should I start now because it's so hyped and people love it and they're gonna find your channel and give you subscribers and views and you're gonna get money. I'm not gonna fucking care about that anymore. Like, I've been tricked. Epi, you fucking tricked me. You told me, you and Gabriel, read Jujutsu Kaisen because, first of all, you may love it, and if not, at least you're gonna, because Jujutsu Kaisen is so popular, you're gonna get more subscribers and viewers. I've peeped the anime before that, and I was not interested at all. I've seen things I was not interested at all. It was not on my radar. Jujutsu Kaisen was not nearly on my radar. Yet I got convinced to start it for entertainment's sake because, yeah, some people also want to hate watch or hate read series. But I'm not that type of person, oh my god. I'm not gonna force myself to read this anymore. I know, Epi, you also said, read until after the Shibuya arc, because if you drop it earlier, then people are gonna say, oh, but you haven't read the Shibuya arc, best new gen arc. And then you're gonna be a victim of these smart-ass people who have something against you in their hand because you haven't read the best new gen arc. You dropped it too early. That's why you can't criticize Jujutsu Kaisen. You just dropped it too early. I'm sorry. I see where you're coming from, but it pains me to continue reading Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't enjoy a single second on stream when I read Jujutsu Kaisen. I read Volume 0. I almost... Let me see. Okay, 60 more pages until I finish reading Volume 3. I can see how you're thinking I'm weak because I couldn't even read through 3 volumes, but if Vagabond has taught me anything, then it is that I should listen to myself and just not force myself to read something that I'm not enjoying from the very beginning. Almost 4 volumes of the story, if you count Volume 0 too. 4 volumes of Gege. And I gain nothing. I gained more from 1 chapter of Dorohedoro than the entirety of what I've read of Jujutsu Kaisen. I loved Dorohedoro from the very beginning. That's just one example. There's all the other mangas that I've read on my channel that I enjoyed. Shit that I can't enjoy from the very start, but I have to read 70 fucking chapters to eventually perhaps enjoy it. So that I can perhaps have a basis to criticize Jujutsu Kaisen. Nah, that's not how it works. Nah, I don't agree. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Whew, that was another emotional outburst. I'm sorry about that. Let me read the chat before I fuck off. Oh. Like I say, you can drop it at 40 chapters. No need to torment yourself too much. If you don't like it at the tournament arc, you won't like it at all. I don't know, you could drop it for something like Chojin X or Blame. Blame, yeah, but Chojin X, no. Or now as well. I would be fine with reading it if it was a pure action series, but I didn't expect this pseudo-intellectual stuff at all. Yeah. I wanna see you read Oshinoko. Oshino Goat. Let's go. You should read because you want to read. Yes, not because of followers. Yeah. And I agree to that. I had good impressions from anime, but this was horrible. Even Gabriel told me that it gets better and told me to read the manga, and I fucking hated it. And in fact, he himself hates it now. What? Hot take, I think the Shibuya arc is like the second worst arc in the series. Sakamoto Days is so much better than Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm sick of people denying. Don't know what problems do you have with it, if you don't mind. It's absolutely dog shit. Fuck this series. It gave me a headache. I will only say if you want to make a vibe check for it, read until Shibuya offline or just leave it and pretend it doesn't exist. Don't stress reading something you don't want to. Personally, I enjoy Jujutsu Kaisen and will be sad to see it go, but hey, you gave it a try. That's all anyone can ever ask of you. I do wanna, like, for every series that I read, I do want to have a vibe check series to explain why I didn't like it or why I did like it. And, like, I would have a ton of reasons to write a script for a vibe check series right now where I explain why I don't like it. It's just, if there is any merits later on, then I don't have them in my vibe check because I dropped it too early. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't. But all these excuses, oh, his editor was limiting him, oh, he was sick, or oh, he didn't know it that well yet. Or, everyone's always gonna have some type of excuse as to why the early chapters suck and I should have just stuck with it and fought until the end to reap the merits. So it's never gonna be a satisfying thing, neither for you, nor for me, nor for critics of what I'm saying here about Jujutsu Kaisen. No one's gonna be satisfied. Even if I disagree with your opinions, I'm happy you're doing better, Elda. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Gege has been sick too many times. And I'm too sick of Gege's bullshit, okay? So, I want to drop it. But I'm okay, let's say I'm gonna drop it after. Nah, I'm gonna think about it, okay? I want to drop it now. But if I come back next week with more Jujutsu Kaisen, then it's probably because I forgot the pain and thought, oh, maybe it wasn't that bad, and I was just, exaggerating, and maybe I can stick it out and read it and enjoy it later on. Okay, if I continue reading Jujutsu Kaisen next week, it's because of these delusions, and if I don't, it's because I definitely dropped it. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna go with, but this is it for today. This is fucking it. I can't fucking do this anymore. I've really been sick at this point yet. Oh, the live vibe check. As far as I know, at least. Yeah, but that's what people would want to say. Perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, Hunter x Hunter's early 3 episodes were so shit, but I gave it a go again. Then I got hooked. And I did the same thing to Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, good for you. I enjoyed Hunter x Hunter from the very beginning, but okay. This is it. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna be reading Golden Kamuy in 10 minutes, something that I do fucking enjoy from the very beginning. So, see you perhaps in 10 minutes. If not, have a nice day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and bye-bye.